The Hawthorne Jewelry survey results were conducted by Creative Impact Group Number 5 by Tim Marks, Allison Sawyer, Savannah High, myself, Lucero Murillo, and Elizabeth Cunningham. I will be talking about the next couple questions here. I chose to do a descriptive text here for the purpose of the survey so that consumers were able to understand what the survey was about. So the purpose of this survey is to get a full understanding of where Hawthorne Jewelry's target consumers are participating. This will help us market to the target audience and enable us to better serve their needs. The way we decided to encourage our participants to take the survey was by letting them know that they would be in a drawing to win a jewelry cleaning service. The next question that I had was, what type of social media do you usually find yourself on? The percentage here that it came out to was 14% for both Facebook and Instagram. This question was a multiple choice question, and I chose this because I would rather have our participants only be able to choose one rather than being able to select more than one, so that it's more clear for us to see what site we should be posting on and what Hawthorne Jewelry should be really focusing all of their marketing tips and comments on as well. The next presenter that will be is going to be Elizabeth Cunningham.
Hello everybody, my name is Liz Cunningham. For our survey, I did question number 2 and question number 5. Question number 2 is, what is your age? It was a multiple choice question, and this question was designed to help Hawthorne Jewelry determine the age of their audience. I chose this multiple choice design because the results were easy to analyze due to the ages being grouped together for the participants. And according to the results, the largest percentage of participants were aged 25 to 29 years old. This information will be helpful for Hawthorne in the future to better understand who is paying attention to their online advertising and what social medias this age group is using. The second question I did was, approximately how much time do you find yourself spending on each of these social media choices? The response was in hours per day, and the question setup was a constant sum, which meant the participant typed in the specific amount of hours that they spent on the 5 choices of social media we gave them. Those choices were Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and Snapchat. And according to the results, Facebook had the most amount of time spent, which was 5 hours. This type of question will be helpful in order for Hawthorne to determine which site is getting the most face time and where they should be putting most of their advertisements. The next person who will be talking about her 2 questions is Savannah. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Savannah, and I'll be talking about questions 3 and 6. For question 3, we used a text box frame so that our audience could reply to the question, have you heard of Hawthorne Jewelry before? Yes or no? And we got a 46% yes answers from our respondents. And then for question 6, we asked our audience through a matrix table so that they had plenty of options to choose from and get to kind of rate how often they like to see their posts from other businesses. And so we got some data back from that they could rate between their sales and events kind of posts or educational information, and then off-topic posts that sometimes businesses like to do. And for seasonal sales and events, obviously, we could see that they disliked it a great deal, which is pretty typical. And then for educational information, pretty much a 3-way tie between the first, third, and fifth choices. And then for off topics, they neither disliked or liked. And Allison will be speaking next.
Hi everyone, I'm Allison, and I did questions number 7 and number 8. Question number 7 was, how satisfied does the Hawthorne Jewelry website make you? I chose to do a multiple choice question so that participants of the survey could tell us whether Hawthorne Jewelry was capturing the attention of their audience. In order to appeal to the target audience, we want to make sure their website is attracting them. The results show that overall, most of Hawthorne's consumers are more satisfied than dissatisfied. This means that overall, Hawthorne is doing an excellent job at attracting their target audience through their website. For question number 8, I asked them, or consumers, to please rate your preferred place to purchase jewelry. And then I gave them 3 options. They could either choose online, retail stores, and locally owned businesses. I chose to do a rank order question for number 8 in order to show where Hawthorne's consumers are participating. They can then compare with their competitors and see how they can attract more of their target audience. The results show that most jewelry consumers prefer to buy their jewelry through major retail stores such as Kay Jewelers and Riddles. This means that Hawthorne will need to compete with their competitors, and I think they can do that by promoting their businesses through social media. Alright everyone, that was my 2 questions. Our last 2 questions and our survey will be explained by Tim Marks. Thank you.
Question 9 was, how much are you willing to spend on an engagement ring? We asked this because engagement rings are one of the primary pieces of revenue for a jewelry store. The second reason we asked this was to figure out just what price range would our customers be most interested in. And it turns out from the data that people are equally interested in spending $1,000 as they are spending up to $20,000. This means that when we market on social media, we can include sales, advertisements across the board, from inexpensive items to expensive ones. Question 10 involved rating what was most important when going to a jewelry store to the customer. Most customers rated getting advice or professional consultation as their most important aspect. What came in second was repair and adjustment or other maintenance on jewelry, and the third category was other. Since the majority of them wanted professional consultation, we're going to focus on that with our social media marketing. But when you combine the other 2, that's still over 50% of our customer base, so I think it's best that we will keep our advertisements relatively broad. Thank you for watching our presentation.